Alright. Hey folks, Seraph here. And welcome back to more the EX stages of YuuYuu Jiteki No Yuukarin. Let's move it along, shall we? I mean, let me see. Where did I last leave off? 85 lives. That's surely enough, right? What is it? Is it okay to joyride? I mean, it's a little raft of spooky boys. That's what we're looking at. That's what we're looking at. Let's see if I can warm up again. Because... oh no. This is gonna be one of those, this is very awkwardly timed things, isn't it? It is. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. That's what I was afraid of. Okay, note to self, don't even bother. Huh. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna say it. I like the music. Does that count? Does that count for the game possibly giving me just a tiny bit of mercy? Nope. Of course that would happen when I say that. Alright. I said before and I'll say again, let's hope 84 lives is enough to get me through this. So, how are the wife and kids? I say to no one in particular. Here I am trying to make an idle conversation while I'm trying to dodge food. As a native Hawaiian born and raised, I am insulted by this. Only a little bit. No self-respecting Hawaiian dodges food unless it's life-threatening. I'm just saying. That's just factual. No self-respecting Hawaiian will dodge food. Well, in this instance. Unless it's like... okay, no, never mind. I just gave myself a reason. Yes, it is technically life-threatening. I don't know where I was going with that joke. Oh dear. Okay. Ah. Yes, okay. So, this is the watch your spacing level. Okay. Yikes! Okay, hold on a minute. I need to get used to dashing. Like, there's no other way. I need to get used to dashing again. To reposition myself on a dime. Because that does not look good. Saying this to no one in particular, but who's willing to bet that this is just going to give me a headache left and right? I'm only on stage 2 for the EX stages, but if stage 1 is anything to go by, I'm going to have a righteous headache. I'm maybe only 80% sure I'm going to have a righteous headache. And this is only stage 2. Don't get me wrong, I'm having fun. Difficulty is nice to have every now and again. Especially when it comes to games like this, but, you know, there's a little bit of a middle ground you kinda have to, like, bear in mind when you play games like this and you get into the you get into the yes. Yes, that was English. You know, the worst part about this is I'm trying to make conversation for recent events. Dead end. Hi. Knock knock! Let me in! Let me in! Don't deny me my rightful place. Let me in! I wish I could do a Warframe Bayhek voice. Maybe I should look into voice changes just for the fun of it and see if I could do a Kuva Lich voice or something. Let me in! Let's see, the fourth was hard, but the caves here seem to be more dangerous. Yeah. That tracks. Yeah, that tracks. Oh, whoa. Oh, Jesus. Ah, sweet baby Jesus. Why is there so many pigs here? Okay. So, they do take a lot of damage. Okay. You know, due to the chaotic nature of this EX stages, I was trying to make some... I intended to make some light conversation about recent events and my progress in trying to draw and, you know, practice my art. But, the game is really keeping me on my toes. So, do I really have the luxury to talk casually? Do you know the pigbat shoots? Shoot to the outside of the screen. Careful not to lose sight of that bone scaffolding. Oh dear. Yeah. Of course. I don't even know what I was trying to do there. like that tiny bit of HP I had there, I thought I was just dead, so I was in the back of my head going, okay, you know what, screw it. Let's just reset. Let's just reset, bruh. But, it didn't quite work out the way I thought, and I had one more hit left. I probably could have salvaged that if I wasn't too busy, as the expression goes, playing card games with friends growing up. If I wasn't too busy scooping, I probably would have been able to recover that. Probably. Oops. Not the self, don't grab the pig. Not on the raft. Okay, we're learning things. Well, as long as we're here, and as long as I'm stuck in the same length of level, maybe I can actually talk a little bit about what I wanted to talk about. Ow. Yeah. Get over here. Anyway. Now, dang it. There. Problem solved. Everything is fine. Problem solved. It's fine. It's less fine. It's less fine. Kinda. Sorta. Ow. I really need to use the umbrella. Like, oops. And we have the other bony boys over here on the side. Okay. This is very much... Wait, never mind. Like, first area was mind your spacing. This area is I'm harassing your space. Like, that's kind of what they're doing here. They're trying to stress the player to make mistakes. And it's working. Especially on the raft, it's working. So... the winning move really is to just try to get them taken care of as soon as possible and get out of this with as minimal damage as I can. That's what I'm assessing right now. I'm not liking it, but that is what I'm assessing. I gotta be real with myself, that's literally it. Just gotta be honest, that's literally what it is. Oh, and about that thing I was supposed to be talking about. Right. So, only because I'm pleased about it, my progression for art has actually been doing pretty well lately, if I may be honest. And, I don't think I've talked about it in my last video, giving you guys an update on how everything's been, but I have a very particular... Oh. Let me in! Like, actually let me in faster. Let me in actually faster. It's a good thing I remember that the spin kick is very good. Let me in faster. Let me in faster. Faster, you nerd. Yeah, we're good. We're fine. Everything's fine. What are you guys worried about? I wasn't... Okay, I was. But we'll pretend I wasn't, just because. We'll pretend I wasn't, just for the sake of semantics, huh? We'll agree to disagree. Ow. Sad. I was doing so good too. Man. Oh dear. Is that it? Cool. Hi. Sorry, hold on a minute. I do not trust myself. I feel like I'm gonna stub my toe on the corner of a table and die. If there is hell in this world, it must be such a cave. Do we have to... like, can we even live till tomorrow? Yeah, I guess. I mean, we're here. You somehow managed to get here, so why not? But yeah. Man, this is gonna be me trying to make small talk. This is gonna be me trying to make small talk and I end up being too focused on the game. Sorry. No, the cave here is dangerous. Really. Really. There are other ways, so you should avoid only the cave here. It's too late now. If you already know that this place is dangerous, right? And you already know this place is dangerous. Actually, I was collecting information about this place to help with the adventure even a little. It's a dangerous place, so there aren't many materials available. Still found a little... but I don't have any information about the cave here. No matter what information you look for, it's just it's just the information around the cave, not the inside. That's... so what do you mean? Don't you understand? No one's ever been inside! Even if we enter, there is no one who got out safely, so the information is missing in this fashion. So no matter what information you look for, only sentences that encourage danger. Bottom line is all she found was warnings and nothing helpful. Oh, is that so? It's just a myth of humans being that rumors have grown. Everyone says it's scary, so no one entered from the beginning, just rumors spread. Sorry, give me a moment. Made sure to keep some drinks on the side this time. But even if, the fact that there is no information, if you rely only on information, you will lose sight of the important things in front of you. If it doesn't have information, what if you, as a leading figure, spread the word to the world? Oh. After all, Yuuka-san is amazing. I get it. As Yuka's assistant, I'll write down all the actions in the adventure as a book. Future as a book of adventure. Bottom line is Yuka's like, yeah, so what about being the first one to actually document the place? Wouldn't that be cool? I mean, yeah. Yeah, pretty much. If we live. I can't find a female sword fighter who says she came to practice. Did she go further? Probably. Probably. Oh, it's an auto-scrolling segment. Screw me sideways and call me uncle. Screw me sideways and call me uncle, fuck the nuts. Damn it. Of course there had to be a, an auto-scroll segment too. Why wouldn't there be? Of course. Why am I even trying to act... Why am I even surprised at all, actually? Of course there is! Why wouldn't there be? Excuse me, I'm just gonna borrow that for a minute. Ow! Sad! Is there another one? Oop. Oh, I used up my, my umbrellas. Oopsie. Well, I mean, I got the idea. Right. So... I should probably note, as I'm hopefully trying to focus while making conversation while going through the level, my progression for practicing art has actually been going pretty well. I have a very particular method I've gotten comfortable with. Currently, my goal is to break free of my current habit of the only thing I'm good at is portraits. So, funny enough, when I was pondering practicing art from a digital method as well, because I'm used to traditional. I love traditional, just pencil, sketchpad, that sort of thing. It makes my brain happy. But I've pondered, you know, I really want to get over this mental block. Ow. I want to get over this mental block of never really being able to draw full bodies or anything past portrait, because for some reason I've gotten so comfortable with that that I just never really parsed through it. Essentially. That was a terrible place to spin kick. I'm silly. I'm getting the idea. So I ended up, I remember, a couple years back, I ended up getting a particular program on Steam when it was on sale. to help with full body drawing and learning that. Well, everybody has their different methods of learning things, and for me, I've done the go through tutorials and tutorials of listening to people talk, and that's fine for practical information, but I guess I'm fine with information being passed on by learning through tutorials, but I think I'm primarily more of a hands-on learner. So if I digest any information, I usually prefer a, can you just give me the butcher block of it and I'll take it from there. Like I only need the I'm too lazy, just give me the short end of the spear. Yeah, totally that. So that's kind of what I've been doing. A lot of my attempts at making myself break through this mental block of only doing portraits, and that was the only thing I'm ever good at, period, so I never tried to do anything else, was mostly just using that program. Just for the sake of transparency's sake, I already have a habit of using posing programs for MMOs. That should tell you enough. So when I returned to using Easy Pose, I realized, you know, it kind of reminds me of one of the other programs I used for another MMO. And hey, would you look at that? It's basically an easier version of it. This is good. I can work with this. Is pretty much what I ended up telling myself, and it is. So right now, my only habit for drawing is just, if I'm not working on a main project, or if there's not a me being stupid and not doing my umbrella correctly, if there's no particular image I have in mind that I need a 3D reference for to set up for a drawing, I'll just take different blank character model 3Ds from that Easy Pose program, and I'll just use that for, you know, free-handed and tracing practice to kind of get myself used to using a tablet and pen. Because again, when it comes to art, I'm used to traditional, so I'm in my element when I'm using a pencil, really. A pencil or a pen. Tablet pen, different story. It took me a while to kind of adjust to at first, because more often than not I'm like, my lines are very wobbly and crooked, even in a simple tracing practice. And so one of my artist friends ended up saying, you know, have you even done your I lost my height. She ended up saying, have you done your tablet and pen settings? Have you done your Clip Studio Paint brush settings even, or pressure settings? I'm like, no, I didn't even know this was a thing. So I got lightly walked through it, and I went and took care of those particular settings, and soon before I knew it, I now have at least a very comfy handle of the pen and tablet now, so I can practice with that instead of just realizing, I mean, I could probably get away with using a ruler tool and making the lines there, right? It's nice to have a couple of friends who like to do art, or have done art for a long time, because at that point, even small things like that are really helpful. I'm not the type to really lean in on feedback too heavily when I want from people. I'll typically just go, well, this is my progress so far, and that's just kind of dang it. That's just kind of dang it. That's just kind of where I'm at right now, and wow. How did I do that? Ugh, that's just kind of where I'm at. So, my girlfriend and those particular artist friends, they're very encouraging and very hands-off, if that expression makes any sense, the way I'm trying to describe that. They're not actively trying to give feedback or comments or anything, it's just, if they see something that's actually worthwhile pointing out, or that'll probably help my current problem, then they'll say something. But other than that, they're just happily letting me be a dork and go through a simple art journey at my own accord, pretty much. And I appreciate that, honestly. I appreciate that, because I know just how wishy-washy I am with upload schedules and other some such similar things. You guys know this. As for those of you who for whatever reason, absolutely do like to check and regularly watch my stuff, you know very well how wishy-washy I am. I'm gonna die to every single spike on the way in. Oh no. Good thing I farmed a lot of lives, right? I swear I'm not this... Okay, sometimes I'm terrible at platformers. Not usually this terrible. These are exceptionally difficult levels. Yeah. How about we go with that? Is that an excuse? Am I allowed to use that as an excuse? Probably not. If Connie were to listen to me right now, she'd be like, no. No, it isn't. Get good, nerd. She is the type to do that to me, by the way. And she has. Such a kind and loving girlfriend. I struggle on the game. She's like, get good, nerd, lol. Yeah, I can't even argue with that. The worst part about it is, I say that. But the reason why I say I can't even argue with that is because I'm kind of the same way with her. So, this is just her getting her rightful, retribution with, you know, me. Oh god. I was a little too high. But yeah, this is her getting her rightful retribution against me. So, on one hand I want to go, on the other hand I'm like, you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. I can't even argue with you there. And she knows. The Connie knows me like an open book. She knows very well I'm extremely prone to overthinking, and due to overthinking, I just get prone to inaction when I think of things for hobbies or whatever I happen to feel like I want to do or accomplish. So, I feel like she's just learned to read me very well as a person and just started basically telling me to get off my ass, and if there's something I feel like I want to practice or pick up, like a different kind of hobby, then she'll just be like, yo, then what are you sitting around for? Go. What are you sitting around spending like 20 hours thinking about it? Go do it. Like, make the effort to go ahead and do that. And on one hand, on the other hand, yeah, I appreciate it. Okay, well I got to the next part of the area, but now I have the flying pigs. I mismanaged my floats there though. In the middle of my attempting to kind of talk around what's going on and how things are between me and Connie, I ended up just mismanaging my floats. Oof. But yeah, that kind of is how things are between Connie and I. She's a very sweet and supportive person, but she's not afraid to just say it like it is when necessary. And honestly, I appreciate that. And within reason too, honestly. She's not insensitive by any means, but she's a very, very realist kind of person. So she'll always be realistic about things as much as possible. Even her own opinion. Why didn't I just do that? Wait a minute. Why didn't I just do that this whole time? Like, I'm doing this just by virtue of reactionary habit, and I never realized, you know, I could have just done that. What the hell's wrong with me? Ow. Well, I'm back to being one hit. Well, I'm back to dead. That's a very goofy expression on the skeleton pig face, though. But yeah, there's that. So, as of now, I can definitely say I'm much more comfortable with the tablet and pen. So most of my exercises I do on at least a bi-daily basis, like every other day, at least. Every other day if I can, even if I'm just doing little bits of progress at a time, I'll just pick out a reference that I took from Easy Pose or somewhere else, because maybe there's something in the composition or full body that I really wanted to learn, or just the character itself, for example. I'll just slowly pick away at it. Now, I have said that I'm using primarily Easy Pose, but there's something I gotta admit. From one dumbass of the internet to people who for some reason like watching me because I'm a dumbass, I gotta be honest about one thing. And no, to me, I'm not fussed about the fact that I'm using tracing as a means to learn. I think it's perfectly fine. I mean, people keep telling me, why don't you just start there if you're extremely stuck? You'll get a feel for shapes and the way lines and bodies should lay out and stuff like that. And just whatever you feel like learning, basically. But ooh, sorry, I'm like hyper-focused right now. Okay, I'm good, I'm fine. Hi. Where's the exit? Where's the exit? I want to get the hell out of this room, out of this hell soon. I agree. But I think I've mentioned before, I do. Whoa! That was a perfect hit. I didn't even try to dodge. But I think I mentioned before, the different VTubers that I like to watch on a daily basis are just kind of spotty at best. Is kind of all over the place. So, in particular, if you happen to know about a VTuber group called Deformirai, there's one particular VTuber of that grouping, I think from the second generation, if I remember correctly, that I'm particularly fond of. And I found out recently that they were having an MMD meme contest, so they were allowing people to download the MMD models of the VTubers and basically create MMD memes out of it, which I think is neat. But I'm no animator. Like, just being real about it, I'm no animator, so that's way above my creativity mentality. But I ended up seeing the fact that, well, I mean, they're allowing people to download the models for content creation purposes, especially for the memes. So maybe I should kind of peek around and see how I feel. That is going to be a problem. I need to figure out how to deal with him. I'd have to just spin kick him out instead of just smacking him away with the umbrella. So I've decided, well, I like this particular character and I really want to draw her and learn to draw her in general, because I definitely would love to do fan art of her. So I downloaded the model, tried to see if there's a way I could import it into EasyPose. Turns out you cannot, so that was disappointing. But I was getting very, very hell-bent, essentially. Like I was not going to lose to the idea of, like, this method was not gonna work. So I ended up learning that I can, in fact, import an MMD model into Blender using an add-on, and from there, dang it, and from there, I just pose things myself. Dang it. Hold on, let me adjust my seat. Ugh. And that's kind of what I did for like 5 hours of being extremely determined, because I'm like, I really want to learn to draw this character. A 3D model would be a perfect, you know, learning assist for at least getting the features and you know, studying the different features and, you know, how different aspects of the character's composition and defining features look, and how I would go about drawing them. So there's that. So there's that, pretty much. And yeah, within that 5 hour... And I even had a good setup too with the pigs. Shit. So within that 5 hours total, from start to finish, I managed to get just a basic pose that I wanted for a picture idea for the character. And, well, I've been just using that as my recent practice session for drawing. Hopefully I finish it. So I will eventually. It's just slow progress, that's all. Yeah. Jeez. I'm getting harassed out of the area. Damn. If you're not on top of it, it just becomes very difficult to deal with them. Okay, good to know. You need to be really, really on it. But that's what ended up happening. So hopefully within a few days or a week or so more of time, and, you know, just slow burn motivation and sessions of thoughtfully practicing and learning these different things, I'll probably have that art piece done. That fan art piece done in due time. Now, some of you may possibly wonder, hey Sarah, have you considered the idea of making an artist account on Pixiv or something? I've thought about it, but it's kind of up in the air for me for now on that particular idea. Yes, I would like to, and I think that would be pretty damn neat, but I don't want to jump into it, make one, and I have, like, nothing to show on a gallery, you know what I mean? So I've decided, okay, I'll consider doing that. Whoa. I'll consider doing that if I manage to complete a couple of pieces for art drawing. So I've given myself a limit, a, like, minimal artist art piece finish limit of like 5 to, I'd say about 5 to 8 minimal. If I manage to finish that many pieces, then I'll very much consider making one and go from there. Is essentially what I'm saying. This is annoying. Like, no cap, this is freaking annoying. Holy shit. Nope. Too close. Too close. And you have to excuse me, I'm a little bit in my Hawaiian mode, so it means I'm a potty mouth. I'm more likely to be a potty mouth if I'm in my local boy vernacular. My local Hawaiian man vernacular. I'm less likely to be proper gentlemanly in the way I talk and more potty mouth. Sorry. Just saying. It's likely to happen. Goodness gracious. Oop. Can't grab him. I don't even know why I was attempting to try to grab him there. I can't grab the damn thing. Oh boy. Oops. That spin kick was a bad idea. I would have made it in spite of that. But yeah, that's currently where I'm at right now. I think it's slow progress, so eventually I'll get that one done, and maybe I'll consider adding that to my small starter gallery for whenever I do make a artist account, just for fun. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much I get better or improve on art. I'm pretty sure I'm just only going to do art for just the fun of it and whatever interests me. Because I remember some friends mentioning, so maybe you might one day become a commission artist? No, never gonna do that. Nope. I don't have the patience and capacity to be a commission artist, I'm sorry. Wouldn't even dream of it. Now, taking up fun little drawing ideas that interest me? Sure, of course. Absolutely. But if I'm gonna have a hobby like that, I'm gonna treat it exactly like that. A hobby, and not really a job. Just like this. This is a hobby to me, so I won't stress my head too much while I'm being chased by what is arguably a very annoying Moko-dressed skeleton of some kind. Ugh. Why do I do this to myself again? Like, can someone help me out here? Why do I do this to myself again? Ow. Someone help me out here. Why do I do this to myself again? Actually, you don't even need to answer that. You can if you want, but I already know the answer. Because I'm a stubborn ditz. Because I'm a very stubborn ditz, and sometimes, depending on the game, I will want to do the post-content. In this game's case, I could have just let it go at the story ending, where I had it. And, you know, I almost was about to, until I was reminded by commenters that there is, in fact, EX stages. And my morbid curiosity decided, why not? What's the worst that could happen? Why not? And so here I am. That's the measure. That's literally what happened. Just I can't even complain or make too much complainy jokes about it. That's literally a bed of my own making. This is a bed of my own making. I'm just gonna lay in it. Well, you know, just deal with it. And in a way, I'm having fun too. I'm getting kinda back into my old swing after all. Ugh, can we not, big guy? Like, can you just not do the funny fireball eyeball thing? You don't even have eyeballs. Why do you even do that? Why is this a thing? Hello? Is there something here someone's not telling me? Am I missing something? Besides a few brain cells and maybe a few screws, which is to be expected. I admit, that's to be expected. That's to be expected. Oh boy. This is very much screen control. Ow. Yeah. This is a very, very screen control kind of stage. So a lot of these lengths of stage are pretty much challenging you to stay within certain confines because you're gonna die. Like, pretty much just that. You have to stay you have to stay and operate within certain confines of the stage safely. Otherwise, you are just not gonna have a good time. Okay, you know what? That works. I was gonna say, oh no, I grabbed the damn nerd. No. It's fine. I didn't plan for it, but it's fine. I can stop mentally panicking now. I'm fine. Not according to Keikaku, but you know, it worked out. Kinda. I'm back to one hit again, but you know, there's a small chance that I might live. I'm not gonna scoop immediately, and believe me, I do. I really want to just be like, yo, I'm one hit. No way. Ain't no fucking way, homie. Damn it. Ain't no way, homie. But you know, there's no sense giving up. Might as well just play it out and see how it goes. That's the best way to handle situations like this in video games. Play it out, get some practice, and at some point or another you won't get hit in the face with a salmon. Yeah. Let that be a lesson to you. Especially for those of you who are not fond of salmon. Do you want to get hit in the face with a salmon? I don't. Well, actually, I like both salmon and tuna, honestly, when it comes to sushi. Although if you had me choose, I would say tuna first. But that's because of my growing up in Hawaii. We're used to having, well, tuna. Seafood. Everywhere. We're used to it. Tuna's like the go-to comfort food. Ow. Sadness. Well, I'm one hit again. Isn't that just beautiful? Alright. You know, suddenly I'm not so sure the amount of lives that I farmed up is going to help me through this. I call it a hunch. Maybe I'm being a little bit pessimistic, but I'm really starting to think maybe I should have gotten just a little bit more. Just saying. I'm just saying, maybe I should have come here just a little bit more prepared than I am right this minute. Because, it's kinda going pear-shaped right now. It's kinda going pear-shaped right now. And, oh, that's sad. I didn't jump. It's kinda going pear-shaped right now, and although I'm making steady progress in between deaths, it's, kinda making me slightly worry and regret that I didn't go to 99 lives first before starting this recording. But you know what? Screw it. We're gonna call this a fuck around and find out situation. I just keep going. Yeah? Surely. Surely I'll be fine. I'm not incompetent at these kinds of games after all. I'm okay. But I am stupid. I'm not incompetent by any stretch of the mind, but I am pretty stupid. I did it once before. I figured, you know what, maybe I should just teach myself to get rid of the pig that way. I'm gonna need a couple more deaths worth of practice for that one. Clearly. Alright, big guy, let's go again. So how's the wife and kids? How's the what's the word I'm looking for? How's the never-ending undeath of, never-ending timeless pain of undeath and existing forever? You doing well? Ooh boy. Ooh, I mistimed it, I mistimed it. Overwork. Oh, I'm good. I'm kind of okay. I like the music, by the way. I don't know if I've said it at the beginning, because I usually say this all the damn time anyway, at the beginning of these levels, but I fell right for the bomb. Okay, again. But the music is nice. Boy. Post-production me is going to have a lot of fun trying to edit through this. Me coughing and clearing my throat all the time. And numerous amounts of deaths. I feel like this is just going to be just like the first BX stage video. It's just going to be a death collage, a death montage of just me completely getting my ass kicked in multiple unfortunate situations. This is going to be a problem. This is going to be a very big problem. Get out of here. Nerd. I feel like I've just been using that as my default insult when playing video games right now. It's always nerd. Well, that's because that's the nicest insult I can find. Usually I swear when I'm making an insult, you know, mid-video games. But calling them a nerd is the nicest insult I could find. And mind you, that is very contradictory to what insulting should be. You're not trying to be nice. You're trying to be a jerk. That's just the way it is. Ooh boy. I did terrible on that decision. I'm fine. I would love to enjoy this music more, believe me, but I can't. in between dodging a fireball and trying to awkwardly land on a platform because I'm off by like a centimeter each time, it's difficult to enjoy the music. So I can only enjoy it in bite sizes. So here we are. I mean, progress is progress, right? I can't complain too much. Ow. Except for that. I can complain about that because that was just my own fault. Oh boy. Oop, okay, I did it this time. I might have a better idea how to approach that, but I don't like it because it's kind of a risky maneuver for me. I can be very precise on platforms. I can't be that precise all the time. Maybe like a 70% success rate if I've had enough practice. Oh boy. I regret everything. I regret everything. I don't regret everything. I regret some things. Just a little bit. Not a lot. Just enough. Enough for the self-loathing to set in. And the comedy to set in as well. You know what? I'm gonna just go over. I'm just gonna go over these dragons. I don't care. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to be rude. They're just hanging out. But I really don't care. I really don't care for this obstacle. I'm just gonna go right over them. Oh boy. You gonna give it a rest anytime, big guy? I'm just saying. Could use maybe like 5 minutes. I could probably use like a 5-minute breather. You know, something. Just make a quick phone call to the mother. And oh shite. Okay, hold on. Nope. I'm not gonna let that happen. Bye. Hey buddy, how's it going? It's been a good place for training, but I don't want to come again. Yeah, I'm with you there. I'm with you there. Thank you. I'm gonna die right at the end. Nope, I'm good. Okay. I was expecting Moko to just come out of nowhere and punch me across my face. Be like, surprise, bitch. Oh, thank goodness the game didn't do that, because that would have been very, that would have been very total if that did happen. But oh well. Beware of overhead ice cream. That does not sound good. Thank goodness I don't have to do it today. So until then, this is Surf. I'll see you guys in the next one, and... Look, stage 1 was hard, stage 2 was harder, but these two don't scare me. This one scares me, because it's ice physics. This is the one that's got me just a little bit on the... from a slightly scared dryness to... I'm very, very shitting my pants, scared. I've dialed it up to 11. Just because of the ice physics. But, until then, this is Surf. I'll see you guys in the next one. You have a good day. Take care. No, wait, no, don't say that, don't say it! No, that's not what we do here! Stop it! Ooh, this girl. Now, what did I say about not saying these things? I keep telling you, this is not the way I operate things. No, why would I? No, go away.